to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. My name is Christine Blackburn, and I am so happy to be with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in on Facebook and live on YouTube. And feel free to leave comments in the chat room, and we're going to get this party started. Let me introduce you the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, like school days, drunk tank, breakup, pandemic, and when our contestants spin the wheel, they will tell a story on whatever topic they land on. If you have any ideas for true stories, then leave your suggestions in the chat. And if our contestants land on audience, then in fact, we might choose your suggestion. This is so exciting. We can't wait. Let's get started right away and bring on our very first judge. And I got to tell you, this first judge, he's a comedian and a writer. He's written for Mad TV and Mad Magazine, and you can hear him on the Nerd Poker podcast. And he's the host of the legendary Lucha Vavoom. Welcome, Blaine Capatch. Blaine! Hey, Blaine!
Oh, hi, Christine. I didn't hear you come in. How are you this evening? Is this Friday?
I'm great. Now, I don't know if you heard me. La Lucha, La Lunche. It's hard to explain. Tell us about La Lucha, would you?
Oh, Lucha Vavoom. It's Mexican wrestling and burlesque. We do it downtown and all over the world. We've done it for 20 years, except for this last year where we stayed home because of everybody had a cold.
Right.
But yeah, it's fantastic. You got to come and see it. It's one of the only. Yeah. It's beyond cool.
Who is Story Smash sponsored by tonight, by the way?
We're brought to you tonight in part by Polonium, from the makers of Sudden Shove Out of a Apartment Window and Blood Clot. Also, X-Lax PM, Shit the Bed with X-Lax PM, 2 birds in 1 stone. Christine?
All right, you guys, this next expert judge, she began doing stand-up comedy at the age of 18, if you can believe that. She's done all sorts of stuff, including she was the co-host of the popular weekly podcast with Joey Diaz, Beauty and the Beast, and she's got several of her own CDs and her own specials for comedy. She's also been featured on the Comedy Store documentary series, which is now on Showtime. And she has several CDs, like I said, including Chew on This. Please welcome the fabulous Felicia Michaels. All right, Felicia.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, just great. I'm so happy you're here. How's everything in the pandemic going?
Pardon? My pandemic's going good. I'm not as perky as you, but I'm fucking getting there. I'm getting there.
All right, then. All right, you guys, this next judge, he's been a judge at the Improv before, and I'm so happy he's back with us tonight. He's a writer and a producer, and some of his shows include the Grand Ole Opry, 95 Years of Country Music, the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards, Let's Go Crazy, the Grammy Salute to Prince, and about 50 more shows exactly like that. He worked for Rolling Stone as a reporter, and he knows just about every single musician you can imagine. He's a super talented man, and he's here right now, but only his voice because he lost the internet. Please welcome David Wild. Are you there, David?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
and we're so excited that you're tuning in. At least your volume is here. Your voice is here. And I'm so happy you're joining us on StreamYard. Thank you.
I look much better when I'm audio only.
Is that right?
Yeah, my wife told me that just recently.
All right, you guys. Well, check it out. We're going to be playing 2 rounds of the show tonight. And in the event of a tie, we'll go to the spin-off round. And the judging is based on 3 things. David Wild, listen, the story, yeah?
Yes.
The ability to stay on topic.
Yes.
And what else, Felicia?
Time.
Yeah, the time. Right? That's exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are going to be judging between 1 and 5 on each one of those topics. So perfect score is 15. They add that to the second score, and there's a lot more numbers. It's really hard to say, but we're very excited, and we're going to start right away. Good luck to all the contestants. And remember, we do fact check each story.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, my name is going into the story smash can of truth. And the first storyteller coming up today is, look at this. All right. Okay, this guy, he's an up-and-coming comedian based out of northern New Jersey, and he's performed with Flappers Comedy Club and Rhino Comedy. And he likes to talk about what it's like being a dad. He has a 1-year-old, and what it's like working in the healthcare industry. Wow, sounds like a good guy. Put your hands together for Ryan Lodge.
What's up?
Hey, Ryan, it's good to see you. Great to see you. How's everybody in the family?
The family's doing great.
All right, good to hear. Let's tell them what to do, guys.
Spin that wheel. This spin brought to you by Vidal Sassoon toothpaste. Fine, long, lustrous teeth. If your teeth you don't taste good, we don't taste good. Vidal Sassoon toothpaste.
Oh boy, oh boy. Ryan, this is your first time playing the game, and I gotta tell you, you just landed on audience.
All right.
The white pie, which is very exciting. We're going to have to go to the chat, and we're going to have to see if there's any suggestions. Folks, if you're out there, make sure you put on, let's see. Oh, there's a topic, twins. I don't know, Kobasa. I don't know about that.
My wife is a twin.
Philip, Charlie Daniel wants to know if you're in a tanning booth.
No, I'm Irish. No way.
Okay. All right, let's see. We got grocery store drama. We've got ice cream. We got family. What else? Oh, look at this. First kiss. That's nice. And we're back to the tanning booth. Here's another one. Reunion. What do you think, Felicia?
I like them all. Scratching in public.
Laundry. Hey, David Wild, do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
What are you thinking about? Being Irish? How about that as a topic?
I think he said his wife is a twin.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I want reunion. I like a reunion
My
story.
brother's a twin, if that helps.
Oh, there you go. Twins. Talk about twins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think twins.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right. We're going twins. We're going to go twins for Ryan Lodge. Now, listen, you guys, give them a big helping hand of love because this is not easy. First time playing the game, first round of the game. And he just picked up a brand new topic, which is twins. So God bless you, Ryan. Good luck. And I'll start the clock when you're ready. Turn up your volume, Ryan.
Can you hear me? Good? Are we good? Great.
Yeah, just turn it up.
All right. I'm. So you can start the clock. Let's coming in hot.
I'm waiting for you.
So my brother, my younger brother, he's 3 years younger than me, but he's 3 inches taller than me, and everybody always mixes us up, and it's super annoying. It actually got to the point where when we were both in college, we would have at family parties, family members would come up to me, my younger brother Kyle. Family members would come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, Kyle, how's school?" And I keep in touch with them, so I just went along with it. And I would just say, "Oh, I'm doing good. It's freshman year." I gave him the update on all my grades, and people would come up to him and say, "Ryan, like, oh, how are you ready to graduate and stuff?" And he would know my story, so we would just do an identity swap at every single family party. Until it came to like the money, getting the money. If somebody was like, "Oh, right, here's $20," he'd be like, all right, let me give it to him. And yeah, that's me and my brother. We're twins, kind of.
All right. He landed on a great time, 56 seconds. Felicia Michaels.
I don't know. I'm going to say weak sauce. Twins are twins, buddy. Twins are twins. That's all I got to say.
I'll show a picture.
So what are you thinking on score, Felicia? What are you giving him for time?
Well, time, he gets good points. 5 points for time, right?
Great.
Yeah. But everything else,
stories 3. And the ability to stay on topic. Okay, so a 5 and a 3 and a 3?
Yes.
Okay, great. David Wild.
I'm going to give him a higher score than that because, first of all, it's not a category in the scoring, but he's from New Jersey, and I am from New Jersey. And so there's 1 point for that. So I'm going to say Fours all around.
Fours all around. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, yeah. Okay, 3 4s. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Blaine Capatch.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I was disappointed that you look so much like your brother, and it didn't end in cucking or armed robbery. I thought it was heading for an R, if not an NC-17. I was gonna give you a bad score, but then I was reminded of Joe Piscopo because he's from Jersey and I'm from Jersey. We're from Jersey, and that made me laugh. So 14.
14 points.
Wow.
All right, we're going to total up those.
Well done.
Scores.
Well done out of the gate. Your first time with an audience thing. Good job.
Yeah, that's
you.
right. It was a great job, and that's 3 scores. Look at that. Ryan's total score 39. 39 out of 45. Not bad at all. Ryan, go feed your child. All right, you guys. The next talent coming up. The next.
It's like a helicopter game show. Where
right?
the judges helicopter the contestants with all these kind scores.
This next comedian coming up has a very unique brand of humor, drawing from his Midwestern Chicano roots and Marine Corps experience. He recently appeared in 2 episodes of the Vet TV Comedy Song Contest Season 1, and he's entertained audiences across the country at comedy clubs like the Hollywood Improv, the Greensboro, North Carolina Comedy Zone, and he's also appeared in dive bars, bowling alleys, elevators, VFWs, and Al-Anon meetings. Please welcome the fabulous Jason Rosalez.
Jason! Whatever. It don't matter.
Right, guys, let's celebrate you.
Send that.
Will.
Yeah. You know, you were commenting about my hair looking good earlier, Christine. So I thought you were thinking like more. You're probably thinking like, oh, like a Jason Momoa, that's what I'm going for, the Aquaman look, not Hagrid.
It's close audience, but we landed on school days. School days. 1 minute. Take your time.
All right. I think this is kind of to draw me back to the good old days of Miracosta College, community college school days. I don't think a lot of people, when they think school days, they think of just, elementary school and stuff. But I was thinking, I was in the Marine Corps, God bless America, these colors don't run. And I remember vividly when I got out, I was in Camp Pendleton, and I decided, I don't want to go back to Michigan. My family's dysfunctional, the weather's horrible, and the economy's for shit. I'm going to stay in San Diego County. So I went to Miracosta College. It was a nice, lovely school, lots of great teachers there. And I took all the bullshit Mickey Mouse classes. I think the class that stuck out the most was a jazz appreciation. But I remember vividly hooking up with a young lady there, and our makeout sessions were in the piano room right next to where they had we would go on the piano. They had a nice grand piano. We would make out, and we'd like recreate that scene from Pretty Woman. It was really lovely, magical time. That's my school days memories for y'all. God bless America. Thank you.
Wow, not bad at all. David Wild, did you hear that?
I did. I want to thank him for his service, if not his story. I of course also went to Miracosta College. No, that's not true.
Go Vikings.
I went to Cornell, which was slightly lower in the Ivy League than Miracosta, I believe. But I don't know. I like him. I think because maybe I feel sympathetic because he reminds me of Eddie Van Halen's son with that his garb. So I'm gonna, in out of respect for Van Halen, I'm gonna give him a 4 for his story.
Okay.
Right? Time. How did he do? Did he do okay?
Yeah, look at that. 56.78.
A 5 for his story, for his time.
All
Good
right,
one.
right on.
And then what the hell is the other category?
Ability to stay on the topic.
I'm going to give him a 3.5 on that.
A 3.
I'll take it.
A 3.5. Fair enough. Blaine Capatch.
First of all, Jacob, I'd like to thank you for your service. Second of all, I also took a Mickey Mouse class, and I learned about the imperialism of Donald Duck, and the fact that Disney characters are all male with no female or mother or sister or daughter figures. they all have nephews or nieces that are them in triplicate, and they travel and spread American imperialism to the concept of the noble savage, which is an excuse for America to get away with horrible, horrible war crimes. That's what I learned in Mickey Mouse class, Jacob. I'd like to know how much you really appreciate jazz. And I also had a makeout room. It's called Sephora. I'm sorry, that's my makeup room. I'm going to take a point off for that horrible joke I made at your expense. 14.
14. That's a great score. Felicia Michaels. Oh, wait, you're muted. Are you there?
I'm just going to say 15 points.
Oh, so generous.
15 points. Wow.
Yes.
Anything? Are you going to say anything about his service?
No, he feels me. He feels me on that. But I think he has beautiful hair, and he should donate to Locks of Love.
Oh, very nice. That's very sweet. Everybody's saying thank you for your service. I was just going to say, let me blow you for your service. I don't know
why. Thank you.
Wow.
Great job. Bambi was That's the producer in the bedroom. All right, you guys, let's get his total score. What are we looking at? Jacob's total score?
Bambi was androgynous, I was told. Sorry. Just reading the crawl.
No, that he's not Julie. That's Jacob. But it's a J is a J. 42. 42. It's a good score is what it is. All right. We'll see you in the next round, Jacob. Thanks for playing. Coming right up now for a true 1-minute story. This is the third contestant in the round out of 4. And this guy, he is the host of the storytelling show Risk and a member of the Groundlings Sunday Company. Now, his stories have been on NPR, The Moth, BuzzFeed, and more. And his memoir about growing up gay and goth in Texas is called Bad Kid, based on his New York Times Critics' Pick solo show of the same name. Please welcome the fabulous David Crabb. Woo! David, how are you tonight, brother?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm so happy to see you. Let's tell them what to do, guys.
Spin that wheel. This has been brought to you by Car Alarms, letting you know a motorcycle went by. Car Alarms.
Oh, hey now. David landed on audience. Very exciting. We're back to audience. You folks out there in Facebook and on YouTube, let us know any story suggestions you have. And I'm going to start showing us what we've already heard about. There's been plenty of story
twins
suggestions. Twins. No.
Yeah, twins.
I'll do it.
Seconded. Twins.
Okay. The zoo. What? The zoo. And here we have concert, cafeteria, worst state.
Or all 3 in one place, if you could pull that off.
Are you Irish?
No. Wait, what would the 3 be? Cafeteria?
Laundry.
Do concert.
Family.
Cafeteria, concert.
Concert.
I think so. Yeah, David Crabb, definitely you want concert. Let's make that happen. Oh, Peggy Rowe coming out. Also interesting. But let's go with concert. I love that topic. So, David, you've got 1 minute. Again, you guys, let's show them some love. This is not easy. 1 minute for concert. When you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Okay, I'm ready. So when I was in college, I was really into Hole. Their first album, Live Through This. I loved Courtney Love. I thought she was so cool. And in Austin, there was this little club where they weren't big yet, so you could still see them in a little club. And I'll always remember I went to see them, and the most hilarious thing happened. You walked in, and the place was full of these pimply teenage girls who also in baby dresses holding dolls. And then all of their suburban soccer mom driving moms terrified at the back of the venue at what they fucking brought their daughter to. At one point, Courtney Love ripped open a series of baby dolls that were full of empty syringes and threw them at 13-year-old girls. And I always remember there was one point where this mother dragged her daughter out onto the road, and this light filled the venue because it was the daytime and the door shut. And Courtney Love, she was so cool. She had her guitar slung, and she just watched the teenage girl leave the venue, the door slammed, and then she just said, "Huh, she'll be back, Mom." And then just went into it. It was amazing.
What a story, Blaine Capatch.
I went to see a concert where I was also dressed like a little baby doll thing. I had a little teddy bear, and it was Amy Grant, and she was wonderful. And I remember,
baby.
I remember a girl was leaving the concert, and she stopped and looked at her, and she said, "She'll be back." And a minute later, she was back. She had gone to the bathroom. Amy had stopped the show to let her go to the bathroom. It was very, very nice of her. So I don't understand what kind of world you live in. It makes me sick. I'm going to give you 14.
14 points. David Wild, what do you think?
Well, David, I want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Anyone who's dealt with Courtney Love as I have has served, and the fact that you did not kill yourself means I'm proud of you. I'm going to give you whatever Blaine gave you plus 2.
16.
Okay, you can't. 15 is the highest, David.
Well, I like David. What am I going to say? I'll give him a perfect score.
15. David, what can you tell us about Courtney Love? You do know everyone. Tell us something.
I once interviewed her for Rolling Stone, and I needed 5 minutes. I had to do it. She was in Paris. She was supposed to call me at 6 a.m. LA time. I had a 9 o'clock pickup to go to a flight to Nashville to LAX. At 9 o'clock, I had my wife screaming at me from one part of the room and Courtney on the phone screaming at me the other. She literally would not stop telling me about fucking Ed Norton, which was not the topic I was interviewing her about, but she had 3 or 4 good hours of material on fucking Ed Norton. And yeah, literally being yelled at by a Jewish girl and Courtney Love at the same time. I'm still have PTSD. So thank you, David. Thank you for my service.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
your
believe
move,
that.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Felicia Michael.
Oh my God, give that man a perfect score. Jesus. But also David a perfect score because you got it right on the minute mark and you ticked all my boxes. Whole, Courtney Love, baby dolls, Austin, Texas, an angry mom. I say 15 points. And I want to retract 1 point from the fella before because David hit it right on the mark. Is that wrong?
Wow.
Is that wrong?
Wow, no, that's not wrong. But hey, man, why not? David's total score 44. Jacob has a -1. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's all good. We'll see you in the next round, David. And our final contestant coming up in the Story Smash Can of Truth. I know who it is. I don't even have to pull out the name.
Can of Truth.
That's right.
Of Truth.
Now, this storyteller, she's a writer, and she's a single mom living in Boston.
What I name my ex-husband's penis. Go ahead.
Wait, what do you name it?
The Can of Truth.
The Can of Truth.
Sorry.
Yeah, and Philip Charlie Daniel says that I would like to thank Courtney Love for her service. Yes, we do too. Okay, you guys, coming up right now, this person, she is fabulous. She's a writer and a storyteller, and she has volunteered and told many stories live and local story slams, and she's appeared on the Moth and the Grit podcasts. And during the pandemic, she posts daily 99-second videos of stories and story prompts, and she attends virtual storytelling events across the country. And she's a great person. She's got a new solo storytelling show called Blue Chakra Stories. Please welcome the fabulous Julie Baker. Hey, Julie. This is Julie's first time playing, so we're going to give her some love. Tell her what to do, guys.
Spin that wheel.
It's been brought to you by Thai food. Unless you want pizza, it's faster, then we'd have it longer too. Pizza.
Hooking up. Julie Baker landed on hooking up. Whenever you're ready.
I'm 45. He's 23. I'm at the YMCA to try to get Michelle Obama arms. That was my intention. I was not looking to be a cougar. He looked like a statue. He wore baggy workout clothes, but I could tell that there were some serious ab muscles and pectoral muscles going on underneath that. But I thought, he's not in my league at all. He asked to exchange numbers in case he's running late for one of our personal training sessions. I said, sure, not thinking anything of it. And then he calls me up one time and he's like, what's up? And I said, yeah, aren't we meeting on Saturday? He goes, yeah, I don't usually do this, but I thought you might want to get together and hang out. So we did. And he didn't just want to hang out, and I became a cougar. But he was a little bit boring once we got through the deed. I made the killer mistake, because I was new to this, of deleting his phone number from my phone. And then he started booty calling me, and I had to learn how to block a number. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Very exciting. A sexual story, very charged. She went over a little bit on the time, 1:13. David Wild.
Well, thank you for your service to that man in whatever service you provided. But I'm going to give you, the perfect score is 15, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a 13.
Okay, well, tell us more, David. Anything else?
The time, I'm going to give a little off for time. I thought it was very much on topic. And I thought the story, I was compelled by a hooking up story. I've been married for 26 years, so anybody hooking up is a great story to me.
Felicia Michaels.
Well, at first when I was listening, I was like, this is 15 points automatically, and she should have another minute. But then it kind of petered out at the end. She did stay on topic, though, and I didn't want her to have another minute, but I'm going to give her a 14.
A 14, excuse me. A 14. It's a good score. Blaine Capatch.
I've got the Michelle Obama arms. Yeah, check them out. Moon's out, goon's out. That's what I say. I didn't want to be a cougar. Come on. You weren't the cougar. He was. I think what is a guy cougar? What is the guy cougar? Do we have a thing for is there a term for it?
A guy.
Oh, man.
A guy.
Just a man. All right. I didn't know if there was a specific term for it, but right.
I think it's douchebag.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I thought it was. You went over time, but I thought it was worth it because a little lesson. You learned a little tech at the end, how to work your phone, and that's all. Those are little things that you learn that really go a lot longer in life than the big lessons. I thought so. I will give you 14.
14 points. Another good score from Blaine Capatch. So we're going to take a look at the leaderboard and let's see what Julie Baker. Let's see what she's got. What has she got? 41. It's a good score. You're coming back in the next round, Julie. We're going to see you again. It's your first time on the show. I think you did a great job. And somebody's just saying bear. I don't know what that is. Bear. And there's somebody laughing. That's good to hear.
Lol.
Yeah, a lull and good scores. The judges say good scores. Okay, so now we're going into the second round, which will be combined with the first round. We'll take both those scores, add them up, and then at the end, somebody is going to win $10 via me, via Venmo tomorrow. And you say $10, that's a bunch of bullshit. Well, I tell you something, if you give away $10 every week for a year, how much is that, Felicia Michaels?
$560, Christine?
I think that's about right. All right, just letting you go. Oh, I see. A bear is a cougar man. That's what she meant by bear.
I thought a bear was like someone who wears has a beard.
I know. Oh,
I thought it was a big hairy gay guy.
I thought it was a hairy gay guy.
Yeah.
With the
big,
Wow.
big
Yeah.
fuzzy gay guys.
What are you talking
No,
about?
no, big fuzzy gay guys are called Albuquerques. That was in the chat room. So
Okay.
they're called Albuquerques.
Yes.
That was why
Yes,
Bugs
you're
Bunny was
right.
always making a left turn there. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about,
Hey,
Bugs.
David Wild, are you doing okay?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
up,
fine.
Doc?
All right. Well, you sound really good. It's a shame we can't see your beautiful baseball hat, but
Well, you couldn't see it anyway because there's no light in my house. I'm sitting by with a lantern. I'm literally there's no power in Laurel Canyon. The upper middle class are suffering, and there's no sympathy for us.
okay, let's put a minute on the clock and hear all about that. Go, David.
I don't have a minute on it. No, apparently some 85-year-old lady knocked into four or a bunch of power lines and caused a brush fire, and Laurel Canyon is dark. There are moderately successful actors now who have no power other than through their agents.
Wow.
So they have no power.
They have
Yeah,
no power
exactly.
whatsoever.
Wow, that is amazing. All right. Well, we're still glad you're with us. And we're going to begin the second round by pulling the first name out of the Story Smash Can of Truth. And
Can of
coming up
Truth.
right now, what's it say, Felicia?
It says Jacob Rosales.
Jacob Rosales, come on up, brother. Woo! Let's tell them what to do, guys.
Spin.
Yeah. Wheel.
Wheel.
It's been brought to you by Five Gals Burgers. Why should guys have all the fat? Five Gals Burgers.
Pets. Jacob
Pets.
landed on pets.
Okay,
2
yeah.
minutes.
This is kind of gonna be a continuation because the last time I was on, I talked about me and my dad doing a DIY euthanasia on the black Labrador that we had, and this is it. You didn't start the clock, by the way.
No, I'm going to wait
Yeah.
until you started your
Oh,
story.
I already started going.
Okay.
This
Well, you don't have to
part
fight
of the
with
story.
me.
Yeah, so this is a continuation, and it's just so yeah. Previously, I came on. I had pets, and I talked about the time that my dad and I did a DIY, took the dog out the backwoods, and old Yeller style. And anyway, so continuation of this, like my dad, he passed away from COVID-19 in December. And you learn the damnedest things about your fathers when they're dying. And I learned that he had killed multiple dogs over his long, illustrious life. And so, yeah, so the one that he killed, the first dog was Max. And he told me about that because he said, no, I'm not going to have you shoot Sam. I shot Max. I know how that feels. I'm not going to have you shoot your own dog. So I knew that those two, but the third one that I didn't know about, and I thought this was fascinating, this was a dog. We lived in Hart, Michigan, a real rural area, real small rural. And we had these next door neighbors they were a combination of like Mexican hillbilly and rednecks. And they had this big, vicious black lab. And I remember as a kid, I got bit by the dog. Like I was probably like 4 years old, little short, 4-year-old fat little kid. And I saw the dog. I was like, oh, doggy, doggy. And it just came up to me. And it kind of like, I thought it barked at me, but it bit me in the face. So the dog bites me. I'm screaming. My dad rushes us into the house. This is the part that I didn't learn about until he's on his deathbed. And my uncle says, oh, yeah, that was the dog that your dad killed with an aluminum baseball bat. And I'm like, really? You don't say. Yeah, the dog comes after him. He picks up an aluminum baseball bat from the porch and, goes for, it's opening day, Major League Baseball. He goes for the fences and takes out the dog. So, yeah, it was just the craziest thing. It's a dog killing and euthanasia and stuff. Is just it's like I think that's probably why I don't have a dog, is because it's just like that could happen to me. The weirdest thing about my old man is, though, by the time he turned 50, he actually bought a dog, and he loved this dog. And he always said, this is the dog that's going to get everything. I'm going to will it to Buddy the dog. So it's really weird how that went from dog killer to dog lover. Thank you so much.
Hey, you were right on it. You were right on the time. Blaine Capatch.
You had an old Yeller, a black lab. Really? You expect us to believe any of this from Jump Street, from 22 Jump Street? I get the feeling that your father was just grooming dogs to shoot. He would just put 12 or 15 years into it just so he could shoot them. It was weird. And then it turns out at the end he was Batman. It was just really it was unsettling at best. I hope dogs are safe around your around you. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to give you 14 points for your dad killing a dog with a bat.
David Wild.
That's a point off for that.
David.
I'm going to, first of all, on behalf of PETA, fuck you for your service. Because but I'm going to give you a 14 because there was one thing I was always told in a lecture, whatever. If there's one thing that really stays with you, you got to give it a high score. And the thing you said about the things you learn about, your dad when you lose them. When I lost my dad, everyone got up at his funeral and talked about how Stanley Wilde never said goodbye to anyone. He said, "Till I see you again." And I was like, really? And everyone said it. And I realized he said goodbye to me all the time. And I realized he hated me. The man was really anxious to say goodbye to me. That's not actually, that part's not true. I think he liked me. But I like you as well. So I'm giving you a 14.
A 14 as well. Felicia Michaels.
Oh my God, I feel very conflicted. I think you went over your time. You were a little all over the place, and you don't out your dead dad about killing animals. Don't out your dead dad about killing animals. It's not okay.
It's very memorable.
You're messing up. That's not good. So I'm gonna give you a 13. Damn it! I was gonna try to give you a perfect score because I took the point away, but get it.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, Jacob. No, we're looking for Jacob's score. Jacob's got a score, and we're going to find out what that number is. I'm not sure. But I have a quick story I'd like to share about my father, the animal murderer. One time when I was little, my cat got a hold of a baby bunny. And then we got the cat away from the baby bunny. But clearly this baby bunny was not long for this world. And so my father said, "Kids, let me have the bunny." And we're like, "Daddy, don't kill it. Daddy." And he goes, "I'm going to take care of it." "Daddy, no. Daddy, where are you going with the bunny?" "I'll take care of it." And we all peer out the window. And my dad puts that baby bunny on a brick. And then he takes another brick and he goes, boom. And you wonder why I'm a comedian. Capatch, what do you give me?
I give you. I'm giving you 5 because I'm terrified of rabbits. I'm giving you. I'm giving you another 5 because I love bricks, and I'm giving you another 5 because there were 2 bricks in this story.
Oh wow! Look at this.
No, I love rabbits.
Okay, great. Jacob's total score is 41. Okay, 41. Great score. And look at this. Kilbasa Nova says, "My husband ran over my cat on purpose."
Christine, can I just say thank you for your service? I mean, when you had sex with Yakov Smirnov, I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you, David. All right, you guys, coming up right now for another true story. What's the name, Blaine? Who's coming up?
That name there is Julie Baker.
Julie Baker, come on up, sister. Julie Baker, way to go. Are you ready to go, sister?
I'm
Let's
ready.
tell her what to do.
Spin.
That wheel.
Finally, the great taste of Rolling Stones on the go. Rolling Stones chewables.
Hooking up. Did you land on that already? Hooking up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you want to do another spin? Should we give her the option of another spin or what?
Well, yeah. Spin.
Yeah. Spin that wheel. This spin brought to you by Lamps Minus. We don't have any lamps at Lamps Minus.
Wow, this game just gets better and better. Julie Baker landed on audience.
Wow.
We're going over to the chat one more time. Somebody wants to hear about a power bill. No, that's not real. Albuquerque. No, that's not it. Technology coming out. The zoo. Mushrooms. And some new ones are coming in. Camping. Police encounter.
Hey, like your shirt. By the way, Felicia, I love your shirt. I saw the police. I saw the police in '83, and I got a bunch of shirts.
Oh, forget about it. That Synchronicity tour was killer.
Yeah, Sting had the red hair from Dune.
Going in. I don't know what the hell that means. Public transportation. Reunion. What about reunion? Or amusement parks. Or prank gone wrong.
Did you like amusement parks? Did you have something there, or did something happen in your house?
I liked reunion.
Okay, I'm for reunion.
Let's do a reunion. It's a true 2-minute story. Whenever you're ready, Julie, I'll start the clock.
I was an after-school special in high school. Teenage alcoholic. I blacked out. I threw up. I was a mess from the start. So I didn't really want to remember high school. I had no interest in staying in touch with people, but I had one friend who I stayed in touch with, my best friend. And after I cleaned up my act, she and I became friends again. And she told me it was our 20th high school reunion coming up. And I said, I'm not interested. She said, you can get a weekend away from your toddler. I thought, okay, that I like. My husband agreed to one night. We were going to a casino, a state away. I was excited. I went to Frugal Fanny's to buy a dress. And I didn't know what to wear. I didn't look like I looked in high school. I had like feathered back Farrah Fawcett happening, probably more like Kate Jackson than Farrah Fawcett, but definitely Charlie's Angels. And now I had short mom hair, and I'm wearing this black dress that I look kind of like a middle-aged realtor at a funeral. But still, it's cute, and I'm cute. After the reunion, my friend Laura asks everybody, who did you have a secret crush on in high school? And I said, without a doubt, Vinny Diana. Absolutely. And he still looked good. Most of the guys didn't look good. They were balding. They were paunchy. Vinny Diana looked very hot. Next day, I go home. She goes out to breakfast with all the guys, and she asks the guys, who did you have a secret crush on in high school? And Vinny Diana said, me. And I still pull that out sometimes when I look at a guy in line and I think, no, out of my league. I thought, oh, Vinny Diana thought I was hot.
You are hot, Julie Baker. You are hot. Felicia Michaels.
Oh my God, I am Team Vinny Diana. I love the name. I love the story. It ends well. You got to feel good after having a kid. 15 points.
Yeah, 15 points. Way to go, David Wild.
Vinny Diana is my favorite Michael Jackson song. I love it. I love that story. There were little details, the names, Frugal Franny's. I'm married to a Fran, so I thought I someday hope she will become a Frugal Franny, but that is unlikely. I was once held at terrorist. Kate Jackson was a terrorist to me when I had to write a tribute to Aaron Spelling at the Emmys years ago. So that for a second made me think I'd have to lower you to a 14, but I'm going full 15 because that was a great story.
David Wild, are you talking about Kate Jackson, Charlie's Angel?
I damn well am. It was when Aaron Spelling died, we did a tribute at the Emmys, and I had to write for every cast member of the entire, not just the Charlie's Angels. I'm talking about like all the shows. They all and about 20 of them appeared on stage. But Kate Jackson was the only one who wouldn't let me write for her and insisted I'm going to write my own. It has to be 35 seconds. She came in with a Unabomber letter about 45 minutes. And during the show, the executive producer and I had to go to a dressing room where she was, I think, abusing her child in the most non-legally binding. I don't want to get in trouble, but I wanted her child removed from her. And we literally had to negotiate with this terrorist. And then she went up there because she wanted to say, her tribute to Aaron Spelling, she wanted to say was, Aaron Spelling stole the idea from Charlie's Angels for me, and fuck Aaron Spelling. And I said, well, that's really not a moving tribute, I don't think, to the man. But besides, I'm going to overlook that because of Vinny, in the spirit of Vinny Diana, may he rest in peace, even if he's alive, and give you 15.
A 15, a great score for Julie
Wow.
Baker. Hey, Blaine, can you name any of the other angels? I'll start. Shelley Hack.
I was gonna drop Cheryl Ladd, but apparently she burns kids with cigarettes. I don't want to find out what's happening.
No, that was Kate Jackson. The others were lovely, especially.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Story Smash is going to go viral. Story Smash is going to go viral now
I know.
because of that story.
Felicia, can you name another angel?
Well, there's Jacqueline Smith, Kate Jackson, Cheryl Ladd, Farrah Fawcett, Shelley Hack. That was it, right?
Tanya Roberts.
Oh, but really?
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, she's an angel is an angel.
Okay, fair enough.
Vinny Diana was not one of the Charlie's Angels? I think he was. No, he was on Falcon Crest, maybe? I'm trying to remember.
Hey, did you have to write for Tom Bosley?
I wish. Well, would be my career would have turned out much better if I'd written for. Although here's the thing, I will tell you all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant David Doyle.
Oh no,
David Doyle.
I did. I'm very excited. I was just interviewed this week for a big story about writing the worst award show in history, the Franco Hathaway Oscars. So that's coming up soon. Someone's going to run the oral history of what it was like to work with those two on that magic. So look forward to that.
Okay, David, thanks for the update. And thanks for playing, Julie. We'll see you back here when we look at everybody's scores. And coming up right now for a true 2-minute story. Wait, what's going on? Did you not? Oh, wait, what's the score?
Oh, I didn't give my score. I was too busy trying to riff on my Cheryl Ladd joke. The Vinny Diana is always great at Vitello's. I get it every time I go to Vitello's. That's my Vinny Diana joke. I'm going to give you 15 points for the line middle-aged realtor at a funeral. I thought that was fucking poetry.
That, by the way, Blaine, thank you for bringing that up. That was the perfect line, and it reminded me of how I feel whenever I go into a comedy club now.
All right, that's all three scores. Oh my God, Julie's total score 44. A great score. That'll be combined with her first score, and we'll see what happens. But coming up right now for a true 2-minute story is Ryan Lodge. Ryan, come on up, brother. Ryan, there you are. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin.
That.
Wheel.
I'm officially renaming my son Vinny Diana.
I know.
Little ditty about Vinny Diana.
Birthdays. Ryan landed on birthdays. We've all had them. Let's see what he has to say for 2 minutes.
Okay, so I remember the one birthday that is always going to stick out was I was in like 5th grade. I want to say 5th or 6th. But my mom kept saying how we were going to go meet one of our famous relatives. I had no idea who it was. So we go to, if you guys know from Jersey, we go to Cooper River for a concert. We go up to the hotel room and we meet the famous relative. And I'm 5th grade, so I don't really know who it is. I know the name. I hear my relatives talk about the famous relative. I look at her and I'm just like, she's 5'1". She looks like a goth pixie. I can't wait to see who she is. So we get pictures with her, you know, like my family's so jacked up and I have no idea what the big hype is. So finally we leave her suite, we go downstairs, we go like in the front row, like the box area, and we have service. They give us like all these drinks, food, and I'm like, this lady is my favorite fucking relative. This is great. I hope she performs all the time. And finally she comes on stage and she starts performing. And I'm like, I don't know any of these songs. Like, this is, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, the very last song she played was I love rock and roll. So put another dime in the jukebox. And I realized I'm related to Joan Jett and the Black, well, not the Blackhearts, but Joan Jett. So that was awesome. And whenever she came in the Jersey area, we would always go to her shows. But the best part was in high school, my senior year, I got to tell everybody I had a family member hook up with Carmen Electra for like 2 weeks because I don't know, she had a brief dating stint with Carmen Electra. So yeah, that is my my favorite birthday story.
All right, 148, Felicia Michaels.
It did peter a little bit at the end, but it was so good all the way through. I don't care. I'm going to give you 15 points because I love rock and roll and I love Joan Jett.
Right on. David Wild.
Well, generally, I don't like anyone name dropping besides me in a conversation, but I won't give a damn about your bad reputation in this regard because I loved not only any cameo by Joan Jett, who I'm a fan of, but the use of the phrase goth pixie, which is my Hebrew name, is goth pixie. I like that. So I'm going to give you a 15 as well.
A 15 as well. Holy cow, Ryan Lodge. Blaine Capatch.
I saw Joan Jett on the same show that I saw the Police in Philadelphia. That in '83, it was at JFK. It was at JFK Stadium in Philadelphia. It was REM when Michael Stipe still had hair. It was his first their first stadium show. It was Madness. It was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and the Police, and it was fantastic. And I recently saw Joan Jett. She did a private party. There was a rap party for The Price is Right, and Drew Carey hired Joan Jett. So we watched her do a private show, just came out, played the hits. It was fantastic.
I
had a little problem when you said that you couldn't remember if it was 5th grade or 6th grade.
Oh my God.
That really kind of put everything under a weird cloud for me. But you know what? In the spirit of watching her spit on the stage, she was the first person I ever saw like in a rock show spit on the stage. I'm going to give 15 points.
15 points. Amazing, Ryan Lodge. Amazing score, no doubt about it. We're going to find out your total score. 45. Holy cow. 45. We've got a question from the audience. Wasn't Julie's score 45? What'd you guys give Julie? I know there was a couple of 15s.
I thought it was 44, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I gave her 15.
What'd you give her?
I think I gave her 15.
What'd you give her, David? What'd you give Julie?
That was so long ago, before the Joan Jett. So I think it was a 15.
I think it might have been 2. I think Julie Baker might have had 15 this last round, or 45 this last round as well. So
I think it's those Dominion voting machines. That's what I think, Christine. It's those Dominion voting machines.
Hey, you don't have to tell
start
me,
clicking
brother.
on my links, Christine. Start clicking on my links.
You don't have to tell me, brother. And what was that Venmo thing that came up? I didn't even know what that was. It was something about
L5G. Click on my links, Christine.
There's a tip jar. I don't even know if it works, but it's there. And, if you guys want to check it out, find out if it does, feel free to Venmo me.
Isn't that exactly what Matt Gaetz is being accused of?
Yeah, I don't know, David, but I'm a single mom, so deal with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more contestant coming up to spin the story-worthy wheel of truth. I mean, the story smash wheel of truth. And that person, I know who it is because he's the last person coming up for a true 2-minute story I know we're going to enjoy. And his name is David Crabb. Come on up, David.
I'm so fucked up over Kate Jackson and all these dead, murdered animals.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I never
Man,
want to see a fucking brick again.
that wheel. When you gotta go up their stairs, when you gotta go down their stairs. Stairs taking you there, Christine.
Is it?
Oh, kitty.
Okay. David landed on HOLLYWEIRD. HOLLYWEIRD, that's what he landed on. True 2-minute story. I'm sure he's got one. Who doesn't? Whenever you're ready, brother, we'll start the clock.
Yeah, I'm ready. So I love name dropping, and I don't mean that I love doing it. I love identifying it in other people and hating them for it. I fucking hate it. It drives me crazy. And one of the times I experienced it really intensely was years ago. I lived in New York, and I was celebrating my anniversary with my boyfriend, and we went to the Russian Baths in the East Village, which is like a spa on a fucking budget. There was like broken concrete walls with loose steam. Could have been sewage pipe. I don't know, but we were all luxuriating. I went into this room and I started getting this massage from this little rip Ukrainian looking gymnast guy. And even though it was the anniversary, when he came to retrieve me, I looked at my boyfriend. I was like, bye. And I went into his massage room and I got in the donut. And it was the weirdest massage to start off with because he pushed, like, you know, you can only see in the donut. And I heard his little feet go, and then the lights got dim, and he pressed play, and I heard, "This is no ordinary love," and it was Sade, and I was like, "Cool, it's like a massage or a root canal, you know, it's Sade." So he's like going at me, and I've never had a massage. I'm very uncomfortable. At one point, I feel this great like weight on my back, and I go to like look up out of the donut, and he's walking on me, and his hands are on the ceiling, and I look at him, he's like, "Don't look at me," and I'm just like, "Sorry." It's just so weird. And then he kept hopping off of me and pressing the same. We would only listen to No Ordinary Love. We listened to it like 8 times, and finally he hopped off of me, and I got up and I was like a noodle. My back was all cracked and fucked up, and I opened my eyes and I could finally see the room, and there were like 50 pictures of Tyne Daly, like everywhere, like from every era of her career, like Cagney and Lacey on Broadway doing Gypsy, Crossing Jordan, whatever. And I looked at him, and he looked the same age, like he was the Dorian Gray of massage and all of them. And I looked at him and I was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "Tyne Daly, #1 client." And I was like, "Bye." And I fucking like ran out of that room with a broken spine. This is a horrible massage.
Wow, great story, Blaine Capatch.
That had the happiest ending possible. It had that. I love that story. It had everything. It had I got in the donut. It had Tyne Daly #1 customer. It had a Tyne Daly shrine. It had you looking like David Spade. Everything going on. So I'm gonna give it 15.
15 points, Felicia Michaels.
I just want to say I felt at one with the story because the first thing I'm going to do when I get my second vaccine shot is I'm going to go to the mall and get a massage, and I'm going to be in the chair. By the way, I loved when you put your face in the chair, right? Your face actually turned red. And I'm going to do that too. And I don't care if the guy grinds me in the head with his penis when he gives me the massage. I don't even fucking care.
They do that.
So,
yeah,
I know. So what I'm also going to give you a perfect score because every time you go right exactly on the time, just by hairs, like, seconds. So 15. And also, Christine, may I say, I accidentally dinged Jacob for not being on time, and I forgot we were doing 2-minute stories, so he gets 1 point from me.
Okay, Jacob gets another point. No, it's
I'm
all right.
very sorry. I
realized
I didn't want to be unfair.
It's not a problem.
This guy is the winner. This guy wins.
Okay, wait, hold on. We got to hear from David Wild.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I think he's like a great storyteller. Yeah,
he's married.
I don't care.
David Wild in the wild. David.
There was a very dangerous moment when he said he didn't like name droppers, and I was going to deduct points for that. But that exact moment, I got a call from country superstar Brad Paisley.
Wow, Brad Paisley.
Wow.
to discuss the game in the 9th inning of the Dodgers' victory today. So I lost all interest in what your put down of name droppers was, and I love the rest of the story because I felt that I really got your attitude and your personality. The first time you were trying to charm us, but I feel I now know you, and I give you a perfect score.
15, another 15. Amazing. And by the way, when David Wild just talked about, Brad Paisley, I'm not like going like Brad Paisley. I actually don't even know the man's music. I just can't, David, I can't take it, man. Your life. I want your life so bad. I click onto Facebook today and I see you and Stevie Nicks. What's happening?
Up on the rooftop. Click, click, click.
I can't even get over it. David has a perfect score of 45. David has a perfect score of 45. Go ahead.
No, I say I usually hide that Stevie Nicks photo because I didn't wear a hat that one day. So that's like but you know, when you're with a goddess, you share the image.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Nobody's looking at your hat, brother. We're looking at Stevie, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Or Sade or Time Daly, whoever may be in the room.
Whoever might be. I want to share a quick story. I'll put a minute on the clock. Quick story. You can bring all the contestants on, by the way, because that was the end of the show. I think we're going to find out the scores. But while we bring on the other contestants, I want to tell a quick story about David Wild. He invited me to come down to watch him rehearse at the Shriners Auditorium for one of his big shows. And I was sitting, in like the 7th row. And I'm not kidding you. In front of me is Sting. And then there's like Bruce Springsteen comes on, and like there's all these stars, and they're playing music and they're rehearsing, and I can't believe it. And now I'm in the front row, and I'm sitting beside Lynette Carolla, who happens to be there as well, and Bruce Springsteen's there. So Bruce Springsteen is now 3 feet in front of me, and I feel a buzzing go off in my pants. And it's my phone.
Oh.
And that buzzer is telling me that my meter is going to run out.
Take the ticket.
So what do I do?
Take the
Do I
ticket.
take the ticket and lose a chance to meet the boss? Or what do I do? What do I do?
Take
David,
the
what did I
ticket.
do?
You left.
I had to fucking go, man. I'm broke. All I could think is my dad would kill me if he ever knew I got a parking ticket. Although I've had several, but my dad would be so mad. And so I leave.
Wait, you had several?
And by the time
I'm telling
I get
your
home,
dad.
I shit you not, on Facebook is a picture of Lynette Carolla and Bruce Springsteen. Like, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
There's a picture of Lynette Carolla having tantric sex with Sting for 9 hours.
Let me tell you, I am an
I just need
idiot.
to give myself full credit. That was a show in 2015. It was called The Show to End Racism, and I think it worked. I'd like to take full credit for having ended racism in 2015.
Thank you for your service in ending racism.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you. John Legend, yes, pretty soon John Legend helped a little bit.
Let's look at the scores, shall we? Are there any scores?
All right.
Oh, I think
I have a question real quick.
Go ahead, Felicia.
Was Jacob on a show with me before where he won?
I think
Was
so.
Jake-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
maybe.
think so. Yeah.
Jacob has won many times. He's a very talented
that's what I was
person,
thinking, yeah.
obviously. And here, Jacob's total score 84. 84 out of 90. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Kobasa Nova says that she left a Todd Berry show while he was crowd working me because the parking lot was closing. I get that. I get that.
Not
He'll
the same.
Take you out of the legs on the way out, that Todd Berry.
Yeah,
so
don't get the
He's like a
ticket,
shark.
don't
His
get the
eyes
ticket.
black as night.
Oh, Ryan has 84. Wow. That's a pretty good number for the first time playing, Ryan. And Julie's got 86. That's a huge number. Is that no, we've got somebody else coming. I know it. David's total score is 89. Holy cow. David Crabb wins Story Smash again. Give him a big round of applause, you guys. David Crabb.
Thank you. So
A
fun.
fantastic storyteller. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We'll be back next Friday, April 16th, for another round of Story Smash. Big thank you to Ryan Lodge. Congratulations on your baby. Jacob Rosales, congratulations on your hair. Julie Baker, we're so happy you played your first time. Thank you. Come back. And of course, David Crabb, amazing. And big applause to our judges, David Wild, out there in the wild, Felicia Michaels, and Blaine Capatch. You guys are fantastic. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night.